Hey there, you're watching the Jessa channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today we are here in Skyrim. Mala, Joran, and her companion Inigo, who's off somewhere over in some dark corner. And we are here in Dead Man's Drink. There's a gentleman staring at us, Talsgar the Wanderer. And Dead Man's Drink is in Falkreath, and the reason why we are here is because we're here in Falkreath because we're making our way to return the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. So we're heading over the pass this way to Iverstead and then back up the mountain. Off camera, we were in Markarth earlier because in the last episode, we've done some traveling. In the last episode, we were in somewhere over here. I don't see it. There's Mixedwater Mill. There's Windhelm. I'm not seeing it. We were in Kynesgrove, basically. There it is. We were in Kynesgrove. And we had met Alduin, again, if you recall. And he had raised Soloknir to try and kill us, and he failed. And we were also introduced to the Blades. In between that episode and this one, Mala traveled by carriage all the way over here to Markarth. Because of this. The Gypsy Eyes caravan is parked in Markarth. And to make a long and short of it, Mala mutinied at the thought of returning the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller all the way back up to the Greybeards and having to climb the 7,000 steps again, which she declared were 6,999 too many. So she mutinied by holding her breath and standing in the middle of the road and refusing to move. And so I said, all right, well, it looks like it's time for us to go down and get the Gypsy Eyes caravan down here. So we did. And Mala also bought herself a horse and one for Inigo as well too. And I'm now using the Convenient Horses mod, which is working out quite nicely so far. I've play tested it a bit to get a hang of it. We hooked our horse up to the Gypsy Eyes caravan, and, well, let's just say it wasn't pretty. We repeatedly ran over Joran. Inigo got trapped doing the jump up and down dance inside the caravan itself, which is wonderful, beautiful. But if you have a little foxy following you, the caravan will basically routinely run over your foxy over and over and over and over and over again. And then, if you jump off of your horse to do combat, the caravan will bounce around quite a bit and sometimes kill your character. So that idea was disbanded. And we are now here in Falkreath with our brand new horses. Mala rode her horse over here, down this road, and here we are. So, Mala is a bit tired, and we are now looking at Talsgar the Wanderer, who's been staring at us, and I'm wondering why, so let's see. Mala's got her fighting stick on, which, by the way, looks wonderful on horseback with her fighting. Looks great.
Hello there, friend. How lucky for you to chance upon a bard on the road.
Oh, you are a bard as well. What are you doing all the way out here in Falkreath?
Some may find their inspiration tucked away in tomes, or by carousing in the cities, but I find it here, in the vast expanses of Skyrim.
Well, I will say that Skyrim is marvelous for inspiration, musical inspiration as well. Excuse me, I'm wondering if you can teach me a little bit about speechcraft. I'm curious to become a bard such as yourself.
Ah, well, after a little incident with a roguish lad and the daughter of a prominent thane, well, let's just say, best not. Afraid not. But if you're serious about sharpening that tongue, you might try the Bard's College in Solitude.
All right, then. I am still looking. Mala has started to buy training from people, so she is looking for training in speechcraft. May I make a request? So his requests are pretty expensive. There's Inigo popping in and out of the picture. 25 gold, so it better be good. May I make a request?
For a generous fellow traveler. But of course, what would you like to hear?
Talskar is making a mint on the roads. I'm going to tell you. Those pockets, these little change purses he has are probably filled with gold. Do you know the Dragonborn comes? I would like a song about the Dragonborn.
Ysmir's blessing on you. Our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes. With the voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows. You'll know the Dragonborn's come.
There's a wild rooster out there. It keeps growing. That was pretty good, huh, Mala? He has a wonderful voice. I don't think I could possibly match it. I'd like to play along with what he is playing, I just don't know what it is. Pardon me, clearing my throat. Let's see here. Mala can play her lute along, but it'll probably not match up. But hey, let's just try it. Because, unfortunately, like I said, I don't know what song he's playing. Oh, he stopped. Well, then let's regale him with what we have going on. Let's pick number 3 this time. Well, okay, the innkeeper yawned, and Mr. Wanderer doesn't look too impressed, so Mala, I think you ought to start practicing that lute as much as possible. He just shrugged his arm. I don't know if you saw, he just shrugged his shoulders like, not impressed. Okay, Mala, let's go wandering around a little bit and see what there is to see in Falkreath. There's someone here with a very nice outfit on. Who is this?
Be quick about it.
This is someone that we met. I think it's an interesting NPC, I believe. Inigo, let's go.
What is in your mind? Are you going to join me? Take a seat.
He's awesome. No, we're not going to join you. I'm going to ask you to follow. I had him set to relax. And I'm wondering who this man is. He looks very important. Maybe he knows the Jarl and can give us a ticket in. Hello.
I was Jarl once, but I was encouraged to step down when I took sides with the Stormcloaks. It was an imperial plot, I tell you.
Well, I was just going to meet the Jarl myself. You said that you were Jarl once?
Aye, not so long ago. Some will tell you I stepped down on account of my old age. Truth is, I found out about all the Imperial spies crawling around Falkreath. a few well-placed bribes, and they bought themselves some friends. Suddenly, the nobles are calling for a new Jarl. And all the while, their pockets are jingling with the sound of imperial septons. They named me Thane. They got my nephew Siggeir in my place. A real friend to Cyrodiil, that one.
Ah, so this is definitely Imperial territory. And you mentioned that there was a plot against you.
Well, not against me, against all of Falkreath. Those imperial bastards are spying on every one of us. Last night, I saw Laud the blacksmith writing a letter. Probably sending word to Solitude and General Tullius. Are you loyal to Skyrim? Break into Laud's house and get that letter.
I will have to pass on your offer of breaking and entering at this moment. Perhaps some other time.
Milk drinker.
And to you as well. So this is an aspect of convenient horses which allows you to learn how to whistle for your horse. And you can ask any NPC this particular question, and the following will happen.
Huh?
And you get better over time. I think maybe 10 tries is my guess. But you get better over a little period of time, and then after that you can whistle for your horse.
Not my problem.
So that was her asking for help from him.
Mind what you say. The Empire has ears all over this town.
Yes. Well, I will keep that in mind, thank you. We are going to go and find out for ourselves. Come on, Jordan. Good thing I gave you a bath. You smell much better. You look very good in order to see the Jarl. So if you've missed the last few episodes, Mala has developed a little crush on Inigo. And she is hoping to see something in turn from him. Hello, little goat. Ah.
How's business today?
Great. I even had some time left over to start on that special order. Here, have a look.
Isabel,
Yes, Lord.
that's a work of art right there.
Ah, I'd like to meet this woman. She looks very talented.
Well met.
Ah, hello. I heard, couldn't help but overhear that your name is Isabel. Do you come from a family of blacksmiths?
Not just any family. Ever heard of the Starblood Forge? My family has been the caretaker of it for centuries. It was made not long after the Oblivion Crisis, and next to the Eld Memorial and the Hero statue, it's one of the most iconic landmarks in Kvatch. They say it was built atop a well of Daedric blood, and it's in that well that the weapons are cooled. Some even say that the forge itself is haunted, specifically with the soul of one of my ancestors. Legend has it that when the Daedra invaded, she refused to leave her shop, smithing weapons for the townsfolk until the last man had fallen. That's why only those who share her blood can use the forge, and tradition that the firstborn daughter would be the one to inherit it. That would be me. It's an honor, I suppose.
Ah. Before I ask her more questions, I am having trouble, because this happens when I install a mod. That some of my sound bars here get changed. I don't know why. It is a quirk, as it were. I do want that there. All the other sound bars, but just my custom modded sound bars in here change when I add something new in, and I have to go in and change it back. And that's why everything was so loud. The background sounds of Skyrim sounds were all so loud. Let's move on and see the Jarl. I'd mentioned before, I am interested in finding out about the other NPCs around. Of course, there's no point in adding interesting NPCs into your game if you're not going to actually communicate with them. But I also want to continue the story, main story moving forward. If there's a really, really interesting quest, of course we'll take it. I am hoping that Sam Guevere will greet Mala at some point and she can do the Night to Remember quest, which I have never completed, but I've heard very good things about it. Well, excuse me. Greetings to my Jarl. I've wanted to commend you on your beautifully run down.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I am wondering, I have spoken with, I believe it was your uncle, the previous Jarl, in the inn, and he had mentioned to me, but I'm curious how a Jarl how you've become a Jarl while so young.
My uncle Dengir was Jarl until a short time ago. His old age and failing health caught up with him, and he stepped down. He now serves us honorably as Thane, and to the great benefit of the Hold, I now serve as Jarl.
I am, currently the Thane of Whiterun, so it's good to meet another Thane. Does your, lack of experience make your job difficult?
Difficult? I'm a Jarl. I eat the most succulent meat, drink the finest ale, and hunt with the best hounds in the Hold. Meanwhile, my very capable steward sees to the needs of the small folk, and ensures that my hold runs smoothly. Being a Jarl could hardly be simpler. You should try it sometime.
Perhaps I will try it sometime. I am wondering, I am a traveling minstrel as well as other things, and I would like to perform for you, my Jarl. He says, I really don't have time for this. Okay, so obviously she is not,
Come and
she's
see
not...
me again sometime. I might have some use for you.
I shall, thank you. She's not good enough, qualified enough yet as a bard to get him to want to hear her performance. So she needs to practice up. Hello.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in Solitude.
I don't think she really wants to ask anything about the Civil War. It just doesn't really interest her, and it hasn't personally affected her. All she's seen are Stormcloaks around. Of course, she did save... Oh, that's private quarters. She did save, the two men who were caught in the cave, who ended up one to be on one side and one to be on the other. And unbeknownst to her, she chose the, Stormcloak side, I believe. Yeah, Stormcloak side. But she didn't know that that's what she was choosing. She just saved the man that she could get to in the cave. This does not mean that Mala is a Stormcloak. So, let's see, what else?
Using fire salts to provide extra heat to the forge. What do you think?
What else is there
People crafting with that these days. I can see you
to watch about here in the town?
Teachers.
The alchemists.
Got something for just about everyone in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
I shall, thank you. Ah, a small, quiet little shop. I'm wondering if I might use your alchemy lab. Ah, thank you. Oh, I guess not. I'm kind of booting her out of the way.
Upon me if I can be of any service.
I bet you could get a good price for those gems.
Oh, that was wonderful. Inigo just said, I bet you could get a good price for those gems, and Mala does need to sell some things off. So I'm going to show you a little bit of this mod that I've been using and enjoy very much. And it's in my mod list. I believe it's called Chemistry Overhaul. But what it does is it...
As much as you like, please.
The aspects of alchemy that Mala does not like, and I agree, is I just cannot see her, and I cannot role play it even, that Mala would eat things like a giant's toe or a spider egg. You know, just no matter how much I talked to her, she just wouldn't do it. She would just flat out refuse and just not study alchemy if that's what it required. So I just downloaded a mod which allows ingredients to be broken down into their chemical components, and then you add those together to create new potions. And you can create combinations of potions as well too. I'll show you. So we have some garlic here that breaks down into antioxidants. And what I'm using is the extractor, which the mod adds this to every alchemy table in the game. And basically it just turns alchemy into a... I'm going to click no on this and move down to do this in bulk. It turns alchemy more into a clicking aspect of things instead of... I'm just clicking away here. But I just move through the menu pretty quickly. We have Blue Dartwing. And because I have that wonderful mod, which allows me to... Don't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head, unfortunately. It's hard enough to remember all the mods I have, I will tell you. But it's the one that makes it easier for you to go into these menus and not have to use your mouse so much to click. I'm just using my activation key, which for me is spacebar. Sabercat Tooth turns into caffeine. I'm careful not to turn my potions that I have back into their agents, their reagents. I don't want to do that. I've already made them. Hiscarp, which is something that Joran gives. And because Mala is technically not using the table...
I like that.
Technically not using the table, she's using this extractor that I'll show you.
Someone new?
NPCs can kind of budge her over. I just ignore it. Thistle Branch.
Don't let the shop's name frighten you. I have plenty of reliable tonics and healing potions to sell.
And I'm going to do this as quickly as possible so that she'll stop talking in the background.
Falkreath's warriors always return.
Because she has a lot of salt piles, and I've already gotten a lot of ethereal, I'm going to skip that.
If either these Nords or Imperials had some red in their blood, this war would be over.
A lot of mountain flower from the trip up here.
Someone
Troll
new.
fat.
Someone looking for me to mix something up for them?
Slaughterfish egg.
Nords or Imperials had some red in their blood, this war would be over.
Oop, nope, I don't want that. Okay, let's make sure I've got everything. Nope. Lavender. Nope. Gotta make sure I don't click too quickly. I'm so glad this NPC chattering in the background reminds me of how happy I am. One of the first mods I downloaded was the one that stops NPCs from chattering at you unless you are standing right close to them, as we are now. There's a chart that shows you what things are break down on the mod page, which I've looked at. So we have this, so we've been standing here. Let's move, let's get her out of the way here. And see if we can't. So what I was using was the extractor. Now I'm going to use the diffuser, which will probably cause her to come over here and use this alchemy lab again, but we'll do it as quickly as possible. This is mutagens, break down from salt biles as well too. So ingredients break down into two different components. You can use the extractor to take a component out. You can also use the diffuser to take a component out. Chicken's egg, let's get that done. And not much else. Now that you have broken down your ingredients in using the extractor or the diffuser, all you do next is use the alchemy lab. And there's new recipes here. For example, Fortify Assassin, which is one that Mala likes, And it raises her sneak 15%, light armor, and one-handed. Barbarian, bard. Now Mala actually is studying two-handed. That stick that she's got on her back is two-handed. So I'm going to give her a little bit of fortified. I'm going to make a fortified berserker. And then I'm going to make a... let's see, fortified paladin, fortified magician, fortified infiltrator. I'll make her one of those. And then I'll also make her fortified magician, which she already has some. And that one is pretty easy because it's just sodium. And then let's see what else we have here. Fortified tradesman she uses a lot. And she uses poison of slow all the time. Her first efforts were only 20%. Which I'm going to go over here and do it using the bulk recipe. Nope. And then restore magicka, restore stamina. And basically I just go through making things until there's nothing else in the list I can make. And there's alchemy increasing to 48. We need to get it up to 50. And then we can get another perk in the perk tree. And then we're going to get all the fortified magician and then all the fortified craftsman. So basically I pick what I want first and then I just start going through and clearing everything out. And then she'll sell on the extra potions that she has. And oops, I didn't mean to bring the console up. And that's it. So that's the chemistry. And I like it so much better. I didn't like all the tasting and that kind of stuff. This just gives me a set of potions that are very useful, and they also keep the amount of potions in your potion list down to a minimum. So I believe it's called Chemistry Overhaul.
Looking for me to mix something up for them?
If you're not sure, or you know what it's called, or you can't find it on Nexus, my mod list is available on my website at thejessachannel.com. Okay, so she has some potions to sell here. This is Zarya's list. This is Mala's list. So Berserker she's going to use. Fortified Craftsman, she's going to sell those. She doesn't craft. Fortified Rogue, we're going to keep that. Fortified Tradesman, which she should have taken this before doing this. Let me actually do that. Probably helpful if I actually use my own potions. And also let me go into, I like to favorite everything. Because I don't like using the, this menu. I prefer to favorite everything. Potion of Frenzy, absolutely. Potion of Paralysis. And so as Mala gets the next level, she'll be able to make some cooler potions. And some of the potions you can make at the top level are really nice. Fortified Block, she's going to sell that. Fortified Magicka. So, for example, instead of having to take one fortified block potion, one fortify archery potion, one fortify blah 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 potion, you can just take the fortify berserker potion and save yourself, you know, just everything that you're going to need for that particular build in that one potion. So, really helpful. Okay. Now that I've favorited everything, I'm going to probably sell some stuff now. But let's take Fortified Tradesman, and I'm going to off-camera set these up on hotkeys now that I know how valuable they are and how helpful they are. Now that we've fortified ourselves up, let's go over and get some good coin.
Shop's name frighten you away. I have plenty of reliable tonics and healing potions to sell.
So, why name your store Grave Concoctions?
I know, it's a bit strange. Not exactly a name to bring comfort to the sick and ailing who come to buy a poultice or salve. But what you must understand about Falkreath is that our town is defined, for better or worse, by the large and ancient cemetery here. That's why the inn is called Dead Man's Drink, the farm is called Corpse Light Farm, and so on. I suppose it's sort of a running joke.
Well, it's not very amusing, but whatever you guys need to get your jollies. So, what have you for sale, ma'am?
Take a look.
I will. And let's go over and to Mala, to her potions, and sell whatever she has that she doesn't really need. Now, because I have hotkeyed my potions, I've been going through them. And I haven't run out yet, but I really do use them. And you'll see that over the next few episodes. But I don't think I need 27 Poison of Slow. So I'm going to sell... no, I think I'll sell 10 of those. So, yeah, 10. Actually, let's do 12, and then that'll leave her with an even 15. Well, uneven 15. She's going to keep those Cure Diseases. We're going to sell that portion of Fortified Block, as she already has a multi-potion for that. Fortify Health, we're going to keep all those. And so I have my potions keyed, and more hotkeys, please, allows me to choose whether I want to take the lowest quality potion first or the highest quality potion first. I have it set to lowest. So I just spam through the lower quality ones that Mala made earlier on in her career. And then as time goes on, she'll only have higher ones available, and we'll just go through the, you know, you always choose the lowest grade potion to take first and then work your way up when you're using your hotkey. We have a Restore Health, and once again, I don't think I need 41 of those, so I'm going to sell 21 of those. Don't even need 21, I can imagine, but especially since she doesn't really use Restore Health. Does she? I have this one down here, then I have Restore Health up here. She's got a lot of Restore Health. Let me sell 21 of these, yes. And I'm looking for anything else that she has a large stack of. She can use those. Potion of Resist Frost. The problem with potions like these is that I never think to remember to use them. I think I'm going to sell this one because I just... When something's hitting Mala with frost, I usually don't think to go in, and I just think, kill it, basically. Poison of Frenzy is something she's been looking out for a while. We don't have too many poisons of damage health, so we'll keep all those. I think that's it that I can see here. She has a lot of Fortify Magician. I'm going to get rid of some of those because she doesn't use her mage skills that much. 23, so sell 13. Okay. I think the one that she'll probably end up using the most is this, well, it depends on what kind of fighting she's doing. But Huntsman, because she sneaks so much. Berserker for when she gets up close into combat. Infiltrator again for sneaking and lockpicking. And then of course her Magician. This is the one that she needs actually more of, and she has a hard time finding the ingredients for, is Fortify Rogue. That would be her favorite one if she could get a hold of it. Okay, I think we're done here. Let's head over now to the cemetery. And since I haven't yet seen a general store or anything like that, there seems to be no other place to sell her items. There seems to just be an alchemist, a blacksmith. Oh my god! Oh my god! Mala, what in the... I don't know!
I'm thinking about using fire salts to provide extra heat to the forge. What do you think?
Don't see many people crafting with that these days.
Are you going to see?
I can see you know what you're doing.
I had some good teachers.
Okay, I have heard of this happening in Skyrim, but have never seen it happen before, where bodies just drop out of the sky. Okay. I don't know what to think about that. But heck, let's take his arrows. Nice helmet. Shield. Bow. Dagger, torch, and a bottle of wine. Maybe that explains it. So let me know if that has ever happened to you before, where someone just falls out of the sky. I mean, there's not even a dragon fight, like a dragon picked him up or anything. I don't understand that. I have heard of it happening, but I've heard of mammoths falling out of the sky.
Dead. Definitely dead.
Thank you for that, Inigo. I agree with you. I would alert the Jarl, but I don't know if he, being so inexperienced and, well, to be honest, doesn't seem to care much. Let's see if we can find the... cemetery. I'll tell you, that did give me a bit of the creeps. No cemetery here. Let's see, which way is it? I'll try and find it on my own, and then if I need to, I will look at the map. Yeah, Mala, you tell him you don't need no stinking maps. This is where we came from. Over here, but we haven't been down this way yet. Maybe it's over here. A trading yard? Nope, that just looks like it goes back to the... I'm sure we are walking right by it. Well, Mala may not want to look at a map, but I do. Oh, Grey Pine Goods. So there is a... Oh, okay, there is a general store. Good. We'll head over there next. Dinagir's house. Oh, okay. So you need to go up this way. Down through here to the Hall of the Dead. Okay. Mala, it's getting a little dark and creepy. Are you sure you want to be heading to a graveyard? Well, yes, I am. I think. At least, I'd like to see what this famous place is about. Plus, there's a guard right there. There was a guard right there, wasn't there? My eyes must be playing tricks on me. Yes, but there's a guard up there. So, what? Oh, hello.
Mom says I'm getting a new mommy and daddy, so I'll have 2 of each now.
Excuse me?
Mom says I'm getting a new mommy and daddy, so I'll have 2 of each now.
Okay, well, good luck to you. Oh.
I sometimes have a bad memory. Too much skooma back in the day. Forgive me if I sometimes repeat myself.
Are you alright?
That's a question I've asked myself for weeks now. Am I alright? Will she be alright? Was it wrong to come here?
You ever notice there are no toilets here?
What's wrong?
I'm sick. I feel a tightness in my chest, and my stomach roils with pain. Those are the good days.
Ah, well, you know, there is a priestess in Whiterun who can take good care of you. I can vouch for her, and pardon me if I just step back a little bit.
If only it were so. I'd heard that Danica Spring is the most powerful healer in all of Skyrim. So I traveled there with my young daughter from Bruma, braving the trek across the mountains that fringe the border. When that failed, I considered taking her to the orphanage in Riften, but their cemetery is full, and Arcade blessed us by guiding us here.
Inigo, move out of the way.
You take care.
Well, I think I'd rather talk to you from maybe back here. Like, Mala wants to get as far back as possible and talk to her without getting sick.
Oh, I'm sorry. How can I help you?
I'm just curious. I saw a girl just pass by. Was that your daughter?
Henrietta, my baby girl, bright, talented, and with just enough of her father's courage to be brave without being fearless. She complains a lot too, but I forgive her.
Oh, that's rude. She mentioned something about having 2 fathers soon?
My husband passed away not too long ago. She reminds me so much of him. If she ever asks me what he was like, I'll just tell her to look in the mirror.
Ah, well.
All right then.
You have a wonderful day, and I don't think it's so healthy to hang out in a graveyard, but as you wish. Let's see what else is there.
The god Arche was once like us, bound to winding mortality, but he willingly gave up this existence that we might better understand the vagaries of life and death. It is through the ebb and flow of this cosmic tide that we find renewal, and in the end, peace. May the spirit of Lavinia and all those who have left this world and its suffering know the beloved serenity of Aetherius, and may we one day rejoin them in eternity.
Hello. Whoops. Graveyard hopping, that's a new,
Gust is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. I take care of the shrine.
Ah. You are a priest of Arche?
I am. I came into Arche's light after the Great War. So many died by my hands, my magics. I'm fortunate that Gust and the people of Falkreath have come to accept me as one of their own. Could you do an old elf a favor? I misplaced my journal in a cave I was exploring. I'll pay for its return.
Certainly. I will be happy. If I happen to run across that cave, I will be happy to locate it for you.
Blessing of Arche to you for your help.
Sunderstone Gorge. Good, that gives us a reason to take a look at that. Do you tend to this graveyard alone?
Oh, merciful Arche, no. I'm too old and frail, and this graveyard is too large. Gust is my assistant. He helps me tend the headstones and keep our cemetery clean, as befits a place of rest. That journal means a lot to me, if you find it.
I will look out for it. Good day. These poor people. Hello.
My husband Matthias and I tend Corpse Light Farm.
Oh.
Huh?
Shh.
Gold solves most problems, don't it?
Oh, so you can give her gold and she'll teach you how to whistle? What the heck? She looks like she was just attending a burial. Maybe she needs it. What the heck?
Little coin always greases the wheels. It's all in this note.
Note to Whistler added. That's also, like I said, that's part of Convenient Horses.
A sad time.
Oh. You were attending a funeral. I was wondering, for whom?
Our daughter. Our little girl. She hadn't seen her 10th winter.
Oh, no. Well, how did she pass?
He ripped her apart, like a saber cat tears a deer. We barely found enough of her to bury.
Oh, no. When you say he, who do you mean? He who? Is there a danger here?
Sinding. Came through as a laborer. Seemed like a decent man. He's stewing in the pit while we figure out what to do with him. If you've got the stomach to look at him, what could drive a man to do something like this?
Okay, so we have started a quest. We didn't know that we were going to start a quest, but we've started a quest. I find this place to be very You know, the fog and the weather and the everything named after death. Is it always like this?
Yes, and I couldn't tell you why. My wife and I think there's some dark magic at work. Or perhaps Arkay's influence is strong here, and he likes to keep it this way.
And why does the town have such a large cemetery? That means so many must have died here.
The cemetery is ancient. It's been here longer than the town. I'm no scholar, but I know that a lot of battles have been fought here over the course of history. After each battle, more dead were buried, and the graveyard got bigger. I heard it's now the biggest graveyard in Skyrim.
You know, I understand that you are grieving. Please, could I offer you a small gift to ease the burden?
Thank you.
A little music would be nice.
Good. It's always trying to figure out what you want to give him. Like let's see, what do I have here? Oh. She's saving this unique sapphire, which is worth a gazillion. Let's see. I think I'll give him this little gem. Even though it's fractured, it's still pretty. There, something maybe to remind you of the sparkle in your daughter's eyes. Have a good evening.
I just don't understand what kind of man does that.
Nor do I. So, I would like to know from you all watching, should Mala do Ill Met by Moonlight? If it's something that's pretty freaky, I think it involves werewolves, I'm leaning towards no, because I don't really want to have the hex, scared out of me. And so if it's kind of dark, creepy, I don't really want to go for it. So let me know what kind of quest it is below, and I would greatly appreciate it, and then I'll decide if Mala wants to go through and do it. But I'm going to end the episode here. In the next episode, we're going to continue to explore Falkreath, do some shopping, and then move on to Iverstead and back up to the Greybeards. I hope you enjoyed what you've watched today. If you did, join the party and subscribe. Or leave me a thumbs up below and encourage me. I'll see you back here in Skyrim in the next episode. Thank you, as always, for watching. Get every new Jessa channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then from your YouTube homepage, click Manage Subscriptions, then check Email with new uploads. And thanks for watching.